how easy is it to like separate? Because you know what sports like it's an obsession. I mean, to get to where you boys are and have been, it's like you need to be obsessed with the sport to get there. And so how do you take away like the part of you that is like you are cricket? Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's what people look at you like. Oh, these boys are like this is England cricket. This is like if this is wherever. Like, if I'm part of like an IPL, if I'm like a fan of an IPL team, I'm going like, yeah, you represent our club. You represent cricket. So it's like, how do you then take yourself out of that of like I am a cricket player? Because you say I know it's like so many boys, like so many people, like they're defined by what they do, and like you said, like if it goes badly at work. If it goes badly on a football pitch, it goes badly on a rugby pitch, it goes badly on a cricket pitch, like it affects them mentally. Like you can't, it's not easy to take yourself outside of like just being a cricketer.
A coach said, like when I left school, my school coach said to me, when you go into the professional sports world, the most important thing in his view was you have the best filter you could possibly have. And what he meant by that was actually you're going to go into an environment where you're going to work under so many different coaches, so many different people, and they'll try and change so much of you. You have to take all the information in, but filter it out to what suits you. It's actually turned into, in the modern day, filtering social media in a sense. Yeah. Because for me, if we lose a game and you go on social media, you'd literally think you're the worst person in the world. But if you can filter that out and realise that, so actually we lost to South Africa at Lord's last year, and Stokes and Baz spoke about not being scared of losing, because the way we're going to play, we're going to risk losing to win more games and entertain. And actually this loss will do us good because it proves we have to play in a more entertaining way, a more positive way the next time. So that made me be able to sort of put that loss behind me straight away. And if you hold on to that negativity, it can be really difficult to deal with. But I'm talking as a 36-year-old. Yeah. You know, you come
at 21 and you're like...
At 21, yeah, and I've been sat in hotel rooms.
You sat there like to replying to tweets. Like,
and
honestly, I get to the point where someone will like watch like a program. Say if I do something with like Gary Neville or Roy Keane, like overlap, or whether it's like on Sky, like we got the BT show on a Saturday morning. You're with these people like, "What's she done to deserve this?" Da, 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 da. You like, regardless of like all the positive ones. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I'm gonna.
You remember that
I'm
one?
lucky I've got data because I will pepper you like going through like recent photos.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and I've definitely made that mistake. You know, I've definitely been sat in hotel rooms and like nibbled at media or. But ultimately, when I look back on that, it doesn't do me any good.
And puts you in a bad, puts you in a hole. There's no win.
There's no win with it. You can't win. But yeah, I mean, I actually think it's much harder now. Like when I first started, you had to go and buy a newspaper, find the cricket article, and read that you're crap. Now, straight in your pocket. You go. You like open your phone and it's like,
Sandra 23 thinks I'm useless. Really.
So it's you know, it's much harder. I'm glad that I've got experience behind me when social media's arrived at our doorstep. I can really see how it's difficult for young professionals, for sure.
Stokes, you must have clapped back at a few haters.
Oh, goodness me, yeah. Like, you know, that's, again, it's like, it just shows that, you know, like getting older and being in so many different situations in the sport that we play, it just gives you like invaluable experience and maturity almost. That, you know, like being in the position that we are in, like, yes, we're obviously, you know, we get some amazing things, but we're also you know, exposed to a lot of negativity from people. But the way in which that I'm able to deal with that now compared to when I was younger, the only reason why I'm able to deal with that now is because
when you're younger, maybe didn't deal with it the best way.
And again, that just goes back to what I said before about, like, you know, there's no such thing as a bad day in sport.
I love that, you know, like, it's you know, easier said than done. I think that takes a little bit of time, because sometimes I'll be there and you'll have a bad day at the office or something, you like, I'll go over it in my head like 100. Maybe it won't even be a big deal. Say like I'll mess something up, or, you know, like it sounds super simple. It's not as big deal as like, say if you're out for a duck in the ashes or whatever, well, but like you look at the wrong camera and you're like, there's this one, and then you look back and you think, oh fuck, and like for the whole rest of the day you're like.
But everyone has that in their own particular work, you know, like just because we get out for naught in the Ashes. That's our failure in
You
that
just
day.
got
But every job has
100,000
it.
people watching it and millions at home.
Yeah, every job.
Well, I
has
think
it.
that's what it is. It's like, I think the crucial thing about that is that you said it's like how it makes you feel. Like, you know, you say like, oh, it's not as big as what you do because, but like that's our, you know, you've got your thing that you love and care. Like we love and care about our job, our cricket. You know, just it's still like if you love something that you're doing and you don't quite get it right about what you're still going to do, it's still going to affect, you know, you as much as it's going to affect me and Brody, because it's like it's your thing, isn't it? It's you.
Yeah, don't get us wrong. Like Stokesy will talk now, like with experience, about how he can deal with failure. But 10 minutes after he's getting out,
yeah, you don't want to be around.
he's still like, "What have I done? Like, how have I done that?"
Yeah.
But so it's not like an immediate thing, is it? It would take 10, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes even an hour if you're annoyed at yourself. To be able to gather, but because you've got experience, you know that you'll put it in a good place.
Yeah.